Hey, yo, what's good, everybody? Shalom alaikum to all my brothers and sisters that just completed day 5 of a beautiful month of Ramadan. Let's get up in here, man. You already know what it is, man. The Ramadan Telethon continues. It's going to continue. We got 25 more days, man. If y'all to rock with me, everything you need to know about Islam, the month of Ramadan, all your questions and comments. And listen, man, I've been getting some interesting and wonderful questions and comments, man. I was on the phone with my cousin last night. Love her to death. She's very interested in Islam. May Allah guide her to the truth, to the haqq, man. You know, that's what this is about, man. You know, for the non-Muslims out there that's wishing their Muslim friends a wonderful and safe Ramadan. I'm going to give you the phrase you can give your friends. You tell them Ramadan Mubarak. That's saying have a blessed Ramadan. Ramadan Mubarak, they'll reply Ramadan Kareem. Alright? You can say, yeah, you got your little slang. How you can talk to your Muslim homies and all that. But yeah, man, day number 5, I had a wonderful day, man. I had a wonderful fast. I took a nice little walk. You know, did my Spanish homework. Read my Quran. You know, I keep telling y'all, you got a part you got to read. I read my juice. I'm 2 juices up. So I'm rolling, man. And what we gonna rap about tonight, you remember last night I told you I'm gonna come back and explain to you that every human has 4 lives. They say a cat has 9 lives, you know, I don't know what that is, but I'm talking about actual factual. Every human being has 4 lives. These are the 4 lives that you travel through, you know, till the day of judgment, all right? The first life, like I told you, the first life is the life of the womb. When you're conceived between your mother and your father, the first life is the life of the womb. You know, you're alive inside your mother. And the Quran explains this, Allah explains this in the Quran. He tells you that, you know, you come from a fluid, nutfa. That's the Arabic word, nutfa, N-U-T-F-A-H, nutfa. So you wonder where people get, you be nutting, you know what I'm saying? But nutfa, you come from a fluid that becomes a lump of flesh and is clothed with bones and all that. So, Allah tells you about the embryo in the Quran. But the first life of every human is the life of the womb. 9 months, or if you come out preemie, you know. And that's why, I brought up an interesting thing. If conception is when your mother and father create you. And so if you're inside your mother 6 months, 7 months, 8 months, when you come out, that's not your first day of a conception. That's your first day in the next life, what I'll get to in a minute. But biologically incorrect, you know what I'm saying? If you're 9 months, your mom carries you for 9 months. When you're born, you're 9 months old. You're not 1 day old. You're 9 months, so in 30 days, you're 10 months. You might not want to add them 9 to 10 months to your age, you know how you ladies be, but that's the correct, biologically, that's correct. However many months you was in your mother, when you come out, that's how old you are. But that's the first life that every human has. It's the life of the womb. You know, some humans' lives are cut short in the womb, whether it's through stillbirth, whether it's through a woman's choice of abortion. You know, some humans' life doesn't go past the first life, which is the life of the womb. All right? For those of us that made it through the life of the womb, here we are. That's your first life you done passed through. You survived that. Your mother gave birth. Now, the second life is the life of this world. You know, and then you grow from a child, from an infant to a child. And, what's been written for you, in Islam, we believe, through our authentic hadith, that every human was created 50,000 years before you was even brought into existence. This is what Allah Ta'ala says. 50,000 years. The angels come and write all your deeds. Whether you're going to the hellfire, whether you're going to paradise, And then Allah blows the spirit into your mother with the conception with your mother and father. Because you got to think, all women don't have children, All men can't produce children. So you think about that. Some men can't, they have the, not the egg, the sperm, to fertilize the egg, and some women don't have the egg for the man to fertilize. So when you come into this world out of your mother, this is the second world. Everything that's written about you, the angels write it down, and it's in a book that you'll be given on the day of judgment once you get to the fourth world, right? So if y'all keeping score, the first world is the world of the womb, the life of the womb. The second one is this life, of this worldly life. However many years you live, what's been written for you, your death date. Just like you have a born date, you have a death date. We don't know it. Allah knows it. The angels are written down know it, but we don't know it. So you have a born day and a death date. That's your second world. And then when your death date is met, the angel of death comes and takes your soul, and then you travel into what the Arabic word is called the barzakh. The barzakh is the partition between this world and the hereafter. You know, when you hear people say, you know, when their loved ones die, oh, I know my loved one is in heaven, that's the incorrect notion. Because think about this. How is your loved one in heaven if we haven't had the day of judgment yet, where every human gets judged? Every religion believes in the day of judgment, right? So if we haven't had the day of judgment, which we haven't, our loved ones are in the barzakh. They're in the world between this world and the hereafter. The hereafter is forever. This world is transient. You're traveling through it. Whether you die as a child, a teenager, 20 years old, you live to be 80, 90 years old. This is a transient world. Nobody stays here. We don't know nobody that live forever, because nobody live forever in this world. All right? The hereafter is where you will be forever. So if we keep in score, like I said, the life of the womb, you come out into this world. When your death date is met, then you go into the barzakh, the world between this world and the hereafter, until the major signs, which I'll explain in another video, the major signs are all met. You know, and then that's when the angel Israfil. I told you, Muslims, we believe in angels, man. We believe in all the angels, Michael, Gabriel, all of that. You know, the angel Israfil, he will blow the trumpet. He will blow the trumpet. And then all of humanity will come out of the earth. We will be naked like we came into the world. And you ain't going to be looking around at everybody and all that. You know, there's an authentic hadith that Fatima, radiallahu anha, Prophet Muhammad's daughter, she asked him, Aisha, his wife, radiallahu anha, she asked him, well, wouldn't that be kind of intrusive? Everybody's going to be naked. And Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, you will have more on your mind that day, Aisha, than to be thinking about looking at naked people. He said that day you won't worry about your son or your relations or nothing, because this is a day of judgment where every human is going to meet their Lord. You're going to be given your book of life, and your book of life is what you did in this world. You know, because the law says, you know, people they're going to actually try to lie in front of God. And, you know, when your book speaks about the things you've done, if you was a murderer, if you was a philanderer, if you cheated on your husband and your wife, you know, if you did all these underhanded things, just like if you lived a righteous, pious life, your book of life is going to bear witness for you. And that's when Allah is going to pronounce whether you are granted the paradise, heaven, or you granted the hellfire. And that world is forever. This is what the Muslims strive for. We strive to get to paradise. We don't want to go to the hellfire. You know, and if Allah says this, it exists, it exists. You know, you got people out here that want to say, oh, that's fictitious and, you know, it's spookism and all that. Let me tell you something. I don't really entertain them individuals, because I have a document that's over 1,400 years old that's been preserved. And I'll talk about how the Quran was preserved shortly, another video. But if Allah said there's a heaven and a hell, then you will be judged accordingly, and you will be granted one or the other, and that's forever. So that's what this life is for, you know, to prove your mettle. You know what I'm saying? So if you're keeping score real quick, like I said, man, the life of the womb, 9 months, 8 months, whenever you come out, and then you're in the life of this world. And the accountant starts. You have 2 recording angels. The Arabic word for them is kiraman katabin. The Kiraman Katabin, you got 2 recording angels that go with every human. They record everything you do. They're on your left and your right. So when your life ends here and you transfer over to the Barzakh, you are awaiting the day of judgment when all humanity will be judged. So that's the 4 lives that every human has, man. So I implore you, man, don't waste this life. Don't think this life, is all about fun and games. I mean, you can have enjoyment, lawful enjoyment. There's plenty of fun. Don't think this life is all about enjoyment, man. You got to do the things that the law says do, man. And hopefully that'll become easy for you. When the law commands us to fast, fasting is easy for me. This is about I've been Muslim 30 years, so this is my 31st fast. It's old hat to me. I love doing something that Allah commands me to do because he sees that I'm doing it and my angels are writing it down. Whether my fast is accepted, that's solely up to Allah, because you can have things that break your fast. If you drink during the day knowingly, not unknowingly, but knowingly, you drink and you fasting, that invalidates your fast. You have sex with your wife or your husband during the daylight hours, that invalidates your fast. So, the angels are recording this, and the law, inshallah, he'll accept it. And on the day of judgment, my fast will bear witness for me as one of the many good deeds that I did that will grant me paradise. So, you know what I'm saying? You spread that with your friends and let them know I'm telling you. I mean, I'm going to tell you all things Islam, man, this beautiful month, man. So, there you go. The life of the womb, this life right here, this transient world, the life of the Barzakh, where you are waiting. Yawm Qiyam, that's the Arabic term. Yawm is day. Yawm Qiyam, the day of resurrection, which is the hereafter, which is forever. Hey, once again, man, I want to thank y'all, man. For tuning in and rocking with your guy. I love y'all, man. Investigate, study Islam, get you a Quran, man. Don't be late to the party. Don't be late to the party. Fasting is a beautiful thing, man. It's a beautiful thing. You're getting the toxins out of your body, the parasites. You're getting in tune and in touch with your Lord. And he's seeing that this person is actually going without. Think about it. A lot of people can't fast. A lot of people talk that. But you think about on this earth, how many people can actually fast and do fast? And fast correctly. You know what I'm saying? We fasting because it's an obligation. It's one of our pillars of Islam. But, even if, you can have intermittent fast, if you're doing it for health reasons. But how many people really fast and can fast continuously? Because for us, we have different fasts. The most strenuous fast that a Muslim can do is the fast. It's the Psalm of Dawood. Psalm is fast in Arabic. Dawood is David, the fast of David. Prophet David that killed Goliath. That's the most strenuous fast that a Muslim can do, because Prophet Dawood, alayhi salam, David fasted every other day his entire life. Every other day. He fasted on Monday, he ate on Tuesday. He fasted on Wednesday, he ate on Thursday. He fasted on Friday, he ate on Saturday. For his entire life. That's why the Hadith tells us he had such strength and courage to defeat Goliath. Goliath was a giant, you know what I'm saying? And David was just a shepherd. But he fasted every other day. So that's the most strenuous fast. So, fasting is something that has historically and spiritually been around since the beginning of time. And I implore you, man, you got to give your digestive tract a break. You can't just sit around and eat at all 12 months, year after year after year, and then you wonder why you have these health problems. All this stuff you got in your stomach, you know what I'm saying? So I implore you, learn about fasting, you're going to learn about the fast in Ramadan because you're rocking with me. But yeah, I just have to explain to you the 4 worlds that we live in, man. Until we reconvene tomorrow, you already know. Spread the word, man. Spread the word, man. Ramadan is in, man. Look out for your Muslim friends, man. And try out fasting, man. It's great for you. Allah says, there may be something that you think is bad for you, but in all actuality, it's good for you. Because to go without, everybody, that's hard to do. That's hard to do for 12, 13 hours out of a 24-hour day for 30 days. Yeah, to go without until nighttime. And I got to go get on these steaks. I got these steaks sitting down here getting primed. And I already got them seasoned up, man. I'm going to put them in the skillet and do something big, man. So tomorrow till we get together again, man, Assalamu alaikum to my brothers and sisters all over the globe. I hope you have a beautiful iftar tonight. Get some nourishments, man. Get your prayers in tonight, man, and we're going to get back together tomorrow. Peace.